Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on when you're watching this. My name is Mufasa. I'm a part of Group 3 along with Maheswarafi Pangestu and Bennedict Karlisten. Today I will be interviewing one of my friends. This is Fio. She will go ahead and introduce herself now.
Hi everyone, my name is Fio. I'm 19 years old. I was born in Indonesia and I'm currently living in San Francisco, the US, and I've been living here since 2021.
Okay, now that we have that out of the way, there are a couple of questions that I will be asking Fio today, which is starting with the first one. Um, we would like to ask that so far how has it been being in America?
It's been great. I found a lot of new friends and it's basically kind of routine. Every time I move, I just have to get used to the new things and learn through the hard way, like how we're supposed to do this and that. Um, I'm currently in college, and college, well, there's ups and downs in college, but I think I'm doing pretty well in college. Um, and I like living here. It's not as bad as I thought it would be at first, but it's been good.
Okay, thank you. The next question will be when you first moved there to the US, appropriating yourself to the country. Obviously, you already knew the language before you moved there. Do you think that helped in a big way, or do you think that barely impacted the way of you adjusting to the new environment?
Um, well, I think being able to speak English fluently really helps because if I have any questions that I can just speak, I'm more comfortable in like speaking in English than I am in my own native language. That's mainly because I'm I just get used to it over time, and I really do think that it does help getting adjusted to things. There are some things that, like maybe the way of living here, is something that's entirely different, getting used to. But speaking wise, like language wise, I think it's really easy and really helpful to
Speaking on
speak.
things that you, the way of living, what would you say is like the really hard part of adjusting to the US ever since you moved there?
So when I moved here, I was in high school, and seeing um movies like American movies in a high school setting, like in an American high school setting, you kind of expect things to be differently already. But when you actually go there, like when you're actually here and then in that American high school setting, you get a lot of culture shocks. Well, at least for my case, I got a lot of culture shocks in the way the system is, like the education system, and making friends, like the way uh, our classmates interact with each other. I honestly had a hard time making friends when I first got here. So, like in high school, because everything is just set up differently. But um, other than that, it's not as bad. I mean, living like you use transportation, either car or usually by bus or even the train. I usually go by bus everywhere. There's a lot of walking, which is very different than in Indonesia, because Indonesia only has roads mainly, and you can't really walk unless it's in like buildings. But yeah, that's one thing. And also it's different for my case a little bit because my visa is different. So if I wanted to work, it there I would have to go through different ways to try to get work. That's
Okay. Speaking of culture shock, the culture shock determines that basically you first go through the appropriation phase, and then you go through the missing phase, and then you will go to the adjusting phase. When you were in the middle phase, which is the part where you start missing the things that you used to have back in Indonesia, Basically, what I want to ask is that, do you miss anything from Indonesia that you wish was there in the US?
Um, Honestly, I really miss the food, but there are actually a lot of Indonesian meals that you can find here. So I don't miss it too much. I think it's just like the street food that's different, and like the malls here are kind of different. We only have really one proper mall, and if we want to go shopping, like full on shopping, you'd have to go like to another city, which is like which can be almost 2 hours away. Um, and but I think the main thing that I miss is just my friends from back home, because it's kind of different from like my friends here. I mean, I love my friends here. They're all really great, but it's just that the connection has already run deep with the ones from back home, and that's the main thing that I usually miss.
Okay, I think that's all that I will be asking today. So thank you for being here, for being a part of this interview, and thank you for watching. Do you have any final messages you'd like to say?
Um, I just want to say that if you are currently living far away from what you're familiar with, far away from your family and friends, it takes time, but you'll get the hang of it. And I would suggest going outside and try to make new connections, because I think networking is really important, and I learned that now. So that is my you're going to be fine. You're going to be okay. That's all.
Okay, thank you for the wise words, Rio. So that is it for the video.
Thank you for having me.
This has been me, and bye bye. Say bye bye. Say bye bye.
Bye bye. Thank you for
Bye.
having